Want to welcome you to the next episode of the Plugged In podcast. And today we have Saleem Shaik. Saleem is an AI and tech expert. It's great to have you on today's show, Saleem. How are you?
I'm all right. Thank you, Mark. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. January, a new year. I think you're going to be the first episode that we've got for the new year,
All
Series
right.
2, 2026. So it's good to have you.
Happy New Year then.
New Year, yeah. So now, obviously, the Plugged In podcast is all about AI and technology. It's obviously very topical. I think that you can bring an important angle of discussion to AI. And so I'm going to ask you straight off the bat, Saleem, how is AI genuinely changing the way small business competes against some of the larger players?
It's definitely changing a lot how the small business are operating. Also, how they are competing with the large businesses as well, and how large businesses are kind of feeling threatened by the small businesses because of all the changes that are currently happening in the industry as well. For example, if you see product a large business has created for so many years, now a small business can create it in a month or two and without requiring much resources or the efforts from and also knowledge from different areas of the product that they are developing, because now AI can assist them in everything that they need to know or do. So if you see the budget as well, the large companies have a senior software engineers working on their products for so many years. But small businesses, if they recruit the right people with the right knowledge and you make use of the AI tools currently available, they can actually build those products within no time. So obviously there is a competition. But what the advantage large businesses have at the moment is like the experience that they have with the product and how the customers are receiving it with the products. Whereas the small businesses, which are just into the market, may not have that kind of like user experience about the product, but that can also be addressed with the right approach to the products development as well as the uses of the right AI tools.
So would you say that the playing field's become a lot like smaller now, in the sense of like the big fish really can't take for granted the underdog, because there's so much accessibility now for a small player to really start to flex their muscles?
Yeah, that's right. But it's different. Like, it's not only starting a company with the right AI tools or starting a product, but maintaining that product also needs to be there. And the larger companies have that experience of running a business for quite a few years, whereas the small businesses still are new to the industry. May need to catch up with the experience of the experiencers or the uses of the products that they've developed and how they take them to the customers. So obviously the competition is gonna be high, whereas the experience is what makes a bit difference between the people who are new to industry with the companies that are already in the industry. But what I've seen is like the bigger companies are also now joining the AI trend. So they are actually doing deals with the larger AI models, like for example, Google with Google or OpenAI. They are just instead of they relying on their own AI product development, they are actually relying on these big companies to partner and develop the products as faster as the small businesses are doing um, um, uh, at the moment. Yeah.
Why are so many small businesses really still believing that AI adaptation is completely out of their reach?
Well, it's basically the experience of the like full hands-on experience of the product. So if you try one product, obviously you get to know in and out of that product, and then you can understand, or based on your experience of usage, you can actually make a decision to try it or not. I think the smaller businesses at the moment, they are still not completely into the AI world. And once they get to know what AI can help them with and how they can actually make use of AI to get advantage of the AI in their operations or the product developments, all the different phases of their software, if it is a software development life cycle or different steps that they can accommodate this AI into, so that it make them really faster and then efficient in the industry.
And what would you say is the biggest barrier for preventing small to medium businesses from really adopting AI successfully? Are you seeing a particular barrier for that?
It's a training basically. So training and then exposure to the AI tools at the moment. So with the right experts who are knowledgeable, if they can actually consult one of the AI consultant, they can actually show the small businesses. I mean, if small businesses reach out to AI expert and then show their processes and then ask AI expert how he can help them uh, improve the processes, whether AI tools are there to improve their processes. Then obviously, yeah, that's the way the small businesses needs to, adapt to, so that they can actually improve the processes with the AI integration as well.
Yeah, because for me, I mean, I do use AI, though I don't have a technology company, but I realize that the better I am at feeding into that and actually telling it what and giving it as much information based on who I am and what I'm about, the more that it actually then serves me. And I feel like a lot of people, they're still not using AI correctly.
Yeah, that's true. So AI should be considered as an assistant and stuff, replacing a job. For example, if you see a reporter who's actually writing articles, he should not ask AI to write an article about the climate change, for example. He should write an article on the climate change himself and then ask AI to, refactor it, or can you check the grammatical mistakes in the articles and then correct it, or can you suggest better phrases or the better context of the article that I've already written, and that's the way it can help as an assistant instead of you asking, "Hey, AI, can you write an article on the climate?" So that's how AI tools needs to be used as assistants instead of as a employee as an employee. We should make them as assistants to the employees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have like a favorite AI hack?
Well, I use the AI daily for my day-to-day activities. So obviously, I work in the software development as a backend developer, and also my day-to-day communications as well. I'll ask if I can refactor what I'm going to send to my manager or the higher officials, or if I can better the better position my sentence before I send out my communications to the others. Yeah, I use them daily, almost every day.
Where do you recommend businesses start with AI to see a real impact quickly? You know, if people haven't used AI and they're thinking about it, where would you recommend?
Yeah, that's right. So I would suggest that there are many AI tools at the moment and AI agents, for example. We have big players like OpenAI, ChatGPT, and then Google Gemini. And then obviously we have Claude and other different AIs, Microsoft Copilot, for example. So all these AI tools that are there, and they want to market their products to everybody. And but it's up to the user to decide which of the model best suits them. And obviously all the different single A model may not be right for all the different tasks, and we might need to try different models for different purposes. For example, I find ChatGPT is doing good in terms of like communications or articles or the general concepts, whereas the Copilot or the Gemini or Claude, they actually give us they are better at in the development or coding tasks. So I would suggest like to try the AI models. Obviously, there are free versions which with limited tokens available. So I would suggest to try AI models and what purpose they can be used, and which AI tools can be used to which purpose. And once you get to know, or once you get familiar, and then once you understand which AI tool to be used in which of the tasks, then you can actually buy them or get enough licenses to try them, and then try for a couple of months to see how it improves the day-to-day operations of the businesses, or how it's used in the product development, yeah, running a company, etc.
I think AI where it's really useful is definitely like with data and stats and trends.
Definitely, yeah.
How can
So, for example, one of the so we do use I mean, yeah, we do use Elasticsearch as a logging agent of the applications. So we have 17 to 18 services and services running, and then generating millions of records every day for logging the different kind of things we have in our services. And we need to, when there is some issue happens, we need to filter out those logs and then find the reason why a particular process is not working as it is expected to. So the logs are kind of like in the, when you see first time the log, it's quite hard to understand what the issue is, because you have all the different code logic written in it where the particular error is, all the different things which we don't need. We just need the external one liner or two liners where the problem is, but we have to read through all the different 50 to 60 lines to find out the exact reason. But if you input those lines into the AI tools, it can actually summarize what the issue is. Yeah, you don't have to spend an hour to go through the logs to find the reason. Instead, if you input those logs into the AI tool, it can summarize what the log is, and then where the particular error is within a couple of minutes. So that's how faster and efficient AI tools are becoming at the moment.
and how can businesses work with, say, AI effectively if their data isn't like yet clean or structured?
That's fine. That's where AI is useful as well. If you the data might not be in a structured manner, is the queries or the way that you talk or input the data or queries in, or the questions that you ask, or how you input the data. You can actually, for example, if the data is not in the right format, you just input the data into the, and then ask it to structure it or according to the requirement. For example, I have this data. Can you make it into the? Can you sort based on the different type of data? For example, the data can be text. Well, the data can be integers, can be numbers, or the images, for example. So if you can sort the data into different kind of modules based on the type of the data, then it can actually sort it, and based on that you can actually refactor it. If you can go from there, start from the raw data that you have, and then try to refactor it by asking right questions to the AI, and then continuously refactoring it till you get one refactored or arranged data, which you can actually then again work on to do some kind of dashboards or reports.
What areas of a business do you really see AI creating the biggest opportunity? Because at the end of the day, that's kind of what we're wanting to do with AI, is to help it really serve us. You talked about AI being our assistant, a place of resource. So where are you seeing the biggest opportunities here?
And so it depends on the context of the user. So for example, for the people who want to who want to start a business, AI is actually kind of like groundbreaking, I can say, because you can't find that much resource anywhere else. So you can ask like whatever the industry that you want to start a business, you can just query how this particular business can be started, or how to get funded, and what are the different sources. It can actually list all the different things related to that particular industry that you are interested in, and how you can get funding as well, and what are the available options you have. And also same, so if you are a software engineer, you want to write a program to sort a particular list of numbers, obviously it will give you the list. So it basically kind of like the all knowledge, a dictionary for any kind of person, not only for doing businesses or in the programming type of world, but it can also be a personal assistant. If you tell how you feel about any particular situation, it can actually like it can give you better options or better suggestions for your personal.
And in the next like 2 to 3 years, how will AI really separate high performing small businesses from the rest?
So yeah, it's a continue. I mean, so it's a continuation that actually separates from the innovation. So once you set up a company, or once you started with a business, you need to be continuously improving it. It's not like so I've started a company and then yeah, I'll be in that position and then I'll try to run it for a couple of years like that. It should not work like that because obviously the competition is gonna be huge. There are people who are gonna be compete with you with the AI tools that they have already have, like how you have actually started your company. So you need to continually trying to improve the performances using different things where AI can help you with.
So we only got a couple of minutes left, Saleem. I'd love to know, how can you help people with your expertise within AI and technology, and let people know how they find out more about you and your.
Yeah, definitely, I can help with with any kind of like position that particular company or person is in. So if a person wants some suggestion on if any tools are there, AI tools are there that I can use to improve my situation. If he comes to me, I can actually suggest with my um, understanding of the different AI tools, which tool is good for him. So otherwise, he needs to try a lot of different tools to see which of the tools are really benefit to him. So that can actually save a lot of cost as well. If you check with not only me but experienced AI expert, you'll save a lot of money because if you have to try premier licenses for each of the different AI tools that you have, yeah, it will cost a bit for you. But if you can check with the AI experts what tools they can, what are the right tools to their particular situations, they can suggest some tools and try them. And that will actually save them their cost, timing, and a lot of confusion as well.
Great. And where do people go to find out more about you?
Well, they can reach me in my LinkedIn profile. I'm very active in the LinkedIn, and also I'll share the personal.
Great. Well, it's been great to have you on today's Plugged In podcast, and thank you for
Yeah,
sharing
nice to
your
be.
insights.
Yeah, very nice talking to you and sharing my understanding and experiences of using the AI tool so far. Yeah, it's nice talking to you.
You too.
All right, thank you. Bye.